Lazarus and Fulcum define stress as a pattern of negative physiological states and psychological responses occurring in situations where people perceive threats to their well-being, which they may be unable to meet. There are two types of ways that define stress: eustress and distress. Eustress refers to a good form of stress that gives a feeling of fulfillment. Some athletes actively seek out stressful situations because they enjoy challenging themselves to the limit. For example, rock climbers who free climb without any ropes. The reason why people take on stressful situations is because it helps the performer increase their skill level, as the skill has all of their attention. Distress, on the other hand, is a bad form of stress because it is an extreme form of anxiety and apprehension when presented with perceived inability to meet demands. For example, a previous injury may present fear to the performer and therefore may be tentative when partaking in sports. The stress performance curve is like the inverted U theory. As the amount of arousal increases, so does the performance up to an optimum point of moderate arousal levels. Any greater increase in arousal levels, performance will start to deteriorate at lower levels of arousal. The performer is laid back and inactive and focuses on irrelevant cues and has a wide perspective at lower levels of arousal. Having a high arousal levels, the performer has become overloaded with panic, anger, or violence and tend to focus on one cue rather than multiple compared to what a performer would focus on if they were moderately aroused. An example of this would be a boxing player having low arousal levels and going into a fight, and this would result in them becoming laid back and casual. The performer then be drifting away from the relevant cues and focusing on other multiple cues that are not important. Having a high arousal level, the performer may become overly aroused and start swinging wildly. Moderate arousal stress would result in the boxer focusing in on the relevant cues. I think I skipped out the graph here. That's the stress arousal curve. Physical response to stress releases a hormone called adrenaline from the hypothalamus via the sympathetic nervous system, which increases heart rate. It does this by increasing the force of contraction and therefore stroke volume, which increases as well as cardiac output, preparing the body for fight or flight. This is responsible for your response. It gives you the energy you need to confront the threat or run away. Stress also causes a raise in blood pressure and an increase in O2-rich blood around the body. There will be an increase in the performer's muscle tension when adrenaline is released from the hypothalamus, so muscles can contract quicker if needed. The vascular shunt mechanism is also initiated, as blood containing O2 that supplied the digestive system is diverted to the muscles, so the muscles have more oxygen ready for the energy production and directed away from the digestive system where it's not needed. Stress is a negative thing. The stressor in the environment can induce stress. It is either internal or external, occupational, or sport as a source of stress. In some cases, individual performers respond differently to responses to those in situations depending on their traits. Internal causes of stress can include not having enough sleep, like doing this assignment, and being overly self-critical can cause stress because of constant improvement of performance. External causes of stresses include the environment and social. The stress response is the psychological changes that occur as a result of stress, and the stress experience is the way we perceive the situation. All of this is known as sports stress. Responses: stress response, psychological changes that occur, and stress experience. The way we perceive the situation can describe competition stress and how it increases with competition. Competition stress can be added. For example, the climate was 30 degrees heat in the Tokyo 1964 Olympics, which would have had added to the stress of the performers. Although depending on the trait or state anxiety, they may have been able to cope by managing their levels of stress. The performers' bodies would have gone through a lot of somatic stress in response to the hot climate. Relaxation techniques will progressively cause muscle relaxation, and can be used to prevent somatic stress. In addition, biofeedback can be used to analyze heart rate, blood pressure. Blood pressure is measured so you can become more aware of increases and help control this by staying calm. Trying to center thoughts, recognizing that the stress and then moving it into the center of the body will help further control somatic stress and an example of managing stress would be Cristiano Ronaldo, as he may be able to handle the state anxiety because he can perform on any stage at any level and still perform as one of the best players on the pitch. This would be due to the parasympathetic nervous system action in the CCC. The cardiac control center inhibits the effects of the adrenaline and noradrenaline and decrease heart rate over time via the vagus nerve, and therefore reduce the levels of stress within Cristiano Ronaldo. Before free kicks, you can see him take a deep breath, which increases the amount of O2 within the blood, chemoreceptors to decrease in the amount of CO2, and therefore action the parasympathetic nervous system to reduce the amount of CO2, and therefore action the parasympathetic nervous system to reduce heart rate. The parasympathetic nervous system helps you relax and allows the heart rate to reduce. Stress management. Cognitive stress management, like positive stress talk by saying to yourself, I'm going to do it, will stop negative thoughts stopping. And it's like saying, what good are these thoughts right now, and is it useful? Rational thinking, by saying I've done my training, and I'm ready for the sport, as keeping a positive mindset. Mental rehearsal of the skills involved, and the task ahead. Goal setting might be used, using the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time specific, focusing on performance rather than the outcome, and making it achievable. So performance focusing on the process. If we move on to the sport environment. Sports environment cause stress in certain situations, like a cup final and derby game, or with the uncertainty that surrounds the event, like a relegation battle between bottom of the table and second to bottom. Occupational situations can stress people out, especially in the working environment when lots of risks are present. The lack of job satisfaction can lead to causing stress, although disagreement between the manager and the performer, like being substituted in extra time. For example, in the FA Cup, Kepa Arrizabalaga refused to be substituted before the penalty shootout, and both the manager and the player were highly stressed. This resulted in them being knocked out of the cup, as the goalkeeper, according to the stress curve, was overloaded with stress and therefore anxious about the penalties. Personal causes of stress can come from the pressure from friends and family, like health and finance. So we'll go through the stages of stress. Stage 1 is demand, where the athlete approaches a football, for example, prior to a free kick or a penalty, and also psychological, mental placing of the ball in the athlete's mind. Stage 2 is the individual's perception of the demand. This is where the athlete's own perception of the crowd, the noise levels, and the opposition have to take into account. This stage 3 is the stress response from the athlete. This is based on the personality of the athlete and the outcome of the previous 2 stages. It is where they either find the environment stressful or have traits that keep them away from stress. From the previous stage 2, they have a positive perception of the challenge, then new stress will occur and energy and motivation to complete the task will be present. Although on the other hand, in stage 2, the perception of the challenge is negative, then they will see the challenge as a threat, and in stage 3 cause distress, increasing levels of worry. They experience heightened levels of cognitive and somatic anxiety, and changes in concentration levels occur. Stage 4 is behavioural stage. This is where the athlete presents their behaviour due to their perception of the last 3 stages. This reaction will depend heavily on whether the athlete has experienced eustress, distress in the previous stages. If eustress was present, the performance will increase. However, if distress occurred, then performance will be reduced. The 4-stage cycle above is very simple but effective, as it allows athletes and coaches to identify how they cope in different situations and the emotions and stress they endure.